Hi friends, this is Rekha Murali and I thought I would share an experience I had last week with you. Recently, I was initiated in Mohanji energy transfer. All charged up and excited, I was ready to act as a conduit for Mohanji in the weekly POP we conduct every Sunday at Chennai, India. The POP I planned to give energy transfer was to be held on December 2nd, 2018. But of course, Mohanji had other plans for me. Here's what happened. I'm a practicing South Indian vegan but fond of my morning filter coffee. However, I strongly felt that the mind had to be controlled, so I decided to stop the black coffee overnight. It was also creating acidity within me. So on December 1st, I just didn't have my morning cuppa. All was well till lunchtime, but I developed a severe migraine at the back of my head, and slowly the nausea and vomiting started. This continued for almost 6 to 7 hours. The gross mind immediately told me it was the withdrawal symptoms of stopping my favorite black coffee. I silently prayed to Mohanji and went to see my family physician. But again, that was not to be. The doctor didn't turn up. By then, the vomiting stopped, but the pounding on the head continued, and I was exhausted. The head felt very heavy throughout. Being a regular Kriya practitioner, I somehow managed to do the 10-minute Kriya too. Luckily, I had done one in the morning and then hit the bed. My plan of going for the POP session the next day came crashing down. There was no chance that I could attend the POP and give Mohanji's energy transfer, as I could barely stand up the next morning. I listened to the craving of my mind and had a small cup of regular coffee in the morning, thinking that was the cause of the headache. The gratification just lasted for about an hour. The pounding of the head commenced again, and this time it was the side of the head, and I meekly climbed back into bed. I lay in that state the entire Sunday, praying to Mohanji and chanting the Mohanji Gayatri whenever I remembered. But by evening, the pain subsided a little into a dull throb, enabling me to complete my Kriya. The pattern repeated itself again the next morning, and I could not go to work. By now, 3 full days had gone by. Gradually, I started feeling better. The only surprising thing was that I was able to keep up my Kriya practice. But I continued taking half a cup of light coffee. One thing I need to mention here is that I had very powerful dreams of Mohanji, snakes, blessings of masters, etc., in spite of the headache. Sleep was scarce, but the dreams in the short spell were strange and powerful. The fourth day finally dawned. The head felt so light. I felt I'd lifted a load off my head and put it down. I also felt unusually happy and with a skip in my step commenced my daily routine. I went to work too and had a beautiful day. I thanked Mohanji sincerely and went about my work having avoided medication. Little did I understand what my Guru, in all his love and compassion, had planned for me. In the meantime, there was severe pain on the left shoulder and nape of the neck. I just ignored it, confident that Mohanji is working on me, and continued with my routine. The headache was like a crown on my head with slight heaviness around the head. And in spite of the heaviness, my Kriya sessions were very powerful and my entire body would pulsate with energy while doing Kriya. The region of the forehead, the eyes, and the face would throb, and I could sense the pulse in every part of my body. It was as though the region around the Ajna Chakra and above were activated. I still didn't realize the impact of what Mohanji was doing for me. I loved the sensations, thanked the masters, and stuck to my practice. This continued the whole of last week. A lot of pent up emotions were also surfacing, and I would tear up while doing Kriya, and my breathing would get accelerated. In the meanwhile, I also continued my vegan diet. Soon, my friend Revati asked me about our plan for doing a 360-degree meditation together. We decided to conduct it on 7th December, and I quickly posted an invite in the Chennai group. Before I knew it, 7 of us met at my place for the meditation, including 2 newcomers. By then, I had decided to do Mohanji's energy transfer for the participants and surrendered the intention to Mohanji. I did the Gayatri, sought his blessings, and we commenced the meditation at the appointed time. The entire meditation session was highly charged and the room was filled with Mohanji's energy. Quietly, I commenced the transfer of energy, all the time fully conscious of the fact that Mohanji is working through me and I'm just a conduit. I felt such a deep connection as though I had just merged into his consciousness. Tears rolled down, drenching me as I moved from one person to another. My whole being was throbbing with Mohanji's energy, but there was a feeling of calmness and bliss within me. My heart overflowed with unconditional love and compassion towards each participant. In an instant, I realized that this is what Mohanji feels when he looks at us. He showers us with his unconditional love and blissful energy that makes us feel so safe and happy in his aura. I could sense the energy flowing through my hands and out of me into the other person. As though on autopilot, I moved from one person to another, not knowing what I was doing. I was just aware of one fact. I am the medium and Parabrahma is working through me. The sense of doership fell off completely as I stood overwhelmed, immersed in his energy. Once the energy transfer was completed, I sat down quietly and joined the meditation. My entire body was throbbing and felt so vibrant, but tears flowed ceaselessly and the breath began coming out in gasps. I realized I was also being showered with his energy and cleansing was happening. At the end, everybody shared that they had beautiful and powerful experiences, and we wrapped up the satsang with the Shiva Kavacham. The story does not end here. I was blissfully unaware of the reason why things had unfolded as it did. The next morning, a Saturday, I listened to the audio testimonial of Sujata on my way to work. I was so overwhelmed and mesmerized by her narration, and the sincere power of her words washed over me. Once it was over, I switched off all sounds for the rest of my drive, just contemplating on what she shared. It was then the moment of understanding hit me. Everything clicked into place. Tears of gratitude flowed, and I don't know how I reached my destination that day. All the events of the past week came rushing back, and they unfolded step by step. The reason for the delay of giving Mohanji's energy transfer, my so-called sickness, and the final meditation session were all orchestrated by our dear Mohanji. I was not totally empty as a channel for his energy to flow. Mohanji had to work on me overtime to clear and cleanse me and prepare me to receive his energy. The migraine, the vomiting, the heaviness, all these were part of the cleansing process. I also realized that once I came out of the headache, I had a feeling of emptiness within me. I had just carried on with my daily activities with a sense of acceptance and calm. What kept me going were my practices of the Mohanji Gayatri, the Arati and Kriya. Mohanji kept me in that state, a state of emptiness that I could not do any other work of his. He had kept me empty and connected with him. I just flowed through the day, not even aware that he was working on me. The pain around the head was also a clearing of the various chakras enhanced by Kriya practice. I just realized no wish is left unfulfilled by him. All that is required is complete surrender to him. He takes care of each one of us and does everything in a very thorough manner. Every job to completion. Mohanji was doing his job. Eternally grateful to you, dear Mohanji. You are an ocean of love and compassion. Jai Mohanji.